Thanks, Emma. And I would have said something much more luxurious about my wonderful husband down there. So he's not just lovely. I'm here today to give you a taste of what we do. Now, it's only a taste because I couldn't possibly cram in a lot of what we do into 10 minutes. So in front of you, you have a small pack of 3 pieces of paper. The first piece of paper is blank at the present time. What I'd like you to do, I'd like you to think about your business. And I'd like you to think about the biggest challenge that you have in your business today. And in 30 seconds, I want you to write down the one biggest challenge in your business that you have today. You've got 30 seconds from now. I'm picking that it's one of 3 things. It's either you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money coming in from your business, or your team that's around you is causing you problems. Because those are the 3 biggest issues that we get. Now I want you to close your eyes for a minute. And I want you to think about how you might feel if that problem was able to be solved for you. What are the sort of feelings that you get if you had enough time? If your team was amazing and supportive for you and you had enough money coming in. And I want you now to write down 2 words that would describe those feelings to you on your piece of paper. Fantastic, because that's what we do. We find your biggest challenge in your business with you. We work alongside you to create the feelings that you've just written down about how you might feel about your business, your team, the amount of money coming in, or the amount of time that you're spending when it's fixed. How many of you went to school to become business owners? No one? Why are you here? Okay, our schooling system gears us to be things that begin with E. Can anyone tell me what that word might be?
Employees.
Well done, employees. Okay, so we start working for someone called a boss. Sometimes we enjoy working with that person called a boss. Sometimes we hate it. So, one day we get fed up and we say, I've had enough of this. I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to become self-employed. I don't have a boss then. Or do I? Sometimes when we become self-employed, we have an even bigger issue with the boss. And that's quite interesting, because it's us. So we travel from this employee down to self-employed. How many people are business owners here? Are you? What's a business owner? In our definition, a business owner is someone whose business can run whether they are there or not, just as effectively. So often, we're down here as being self-employed and we think we're here being a business owner. But in reality, all we've done is just bought ourselves a Job. And what does job stand for?
Employee.
Well done. Just over broke. So, we want to be one of these when our business is running itself and we can step in and step out as we feel. But in reality, often we end up here. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. There's nothing wrong with being here. It's a choice. Once we become a successful business owner, we can then become one of these. An investor. An investor goes to someone like Mark and says, I've got a problem. I've got all this money that I want to make more money for. Okay, so you go to someone like Mark, he'll say, I can deal with that problem for you. So what we do, is we create the pathway between being self-employed. A ladder, so that you can step up as far as you want to into being a business owner. Now in front of you is another sheet. This is our program that we like to work through with our business owners. Okay? And it's called, we call it our 6 steps program. And we have, what we do with our clients is, when they start with us, we ask them to score themselves to create a baseline. So I'm going to leave that with you today, just as something to think about with your business, how you might improve it. But I'd like to show you something that's really, really interesting about what we do. The other piece of paper is blank. And again, you can do this with your own business, all right? And this is what we call our 5 ways. And there are 5 things that we can work on in a business to create more profit. Now what I'm going to show you are real figures from a retail company that we're currently working with. And this retail company has 600 leads that walk in through the door each month. They have a conversion rate of 25%. Now when I multiply those 2 numbers together, we get the number of customers who actually purchase from them, which is 150. Each of those customers in general has 2 transactions. And this happens to be a retail shoe shop. So the average value of their transactions is £75. Now when we multiply this together, it becomes our revenue, the amount of money that's coming in the business. And for this company, it's £22,500 per month. They have a margin of 25%, which gives them a revenue of £5,625 per month. That's their profit, their gross profit. Now we challenge this business to increase each of these things by 10%. Can each of you increase those things by 10% in your business? It's perfectly doable. So, we challenge them to get 660 clients coming through to have a conversion rate of 27.5%, which meant that they had on average 181 customers coming through their door. The number of transactions went up slightly, as did the amount of money that was being spent. All this improved their revenue to £32,852 per month, and when they increased their margin slightly to 27.5%, it meant their bottom line was £9,034 per month. So what they've done, in effect, by increasing these things which they had control over by 10%, excuse me, they increased their turnover, their revenue, by 46%. How much did their profit go up by? profit went up by 61%, just by doing an increase of 10%. These are the sort of things that we can show you how to do in your business to create this massive profit for you. Thank you. Any questions?
Is there an ideal kind of firm that you think is really well suited to your business, Tracy?
The answer to that is no, and the reason being is that we have a range of programs that will suit anybody. We work with these massive businesses with turnovers of between 5 and 10 million and plus, because there's a lot of fat in their system that they can trim out. We work with lots of small businesses as well to show them how they can actually streamline their business to gain more out of their business as well. We also look at the smaller business, and if the business owner wants to grow it, we actually show them a pathway they can grow it without going through many of the teething problems they might try on their own. I'm not going to say they don't have any teething problems, because humans being humans, there's always something like that. But yeah, thank you.
Time for one more. I was just going to say, having spent, I think, the best part of 2 hours with you and Peter, anybody here who thinks it doesn't apply to them, I can assure you they came up with so many ideas, so many different ways of working. Go and have one-on-one with them, go and have a session that make you really think what you're doing.
Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you.